Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Eziel, Lancer on Farrell Valley, and Guildmaster of Naga Stole My Bacon. And basically what we're going to cover here today is I'm actually going to talk about some of the things about being a Vanarch. So just to recap here, you can actually see on the map I'm actually in Velica right now, which is where the primary area is, down in the Velica Council office right here. This is actually the election register. This is where you're going to go and do all your stuff to apply in order to be a Vanarch. So when that candidacy comes up, you're going to pay 2,000 gold. You're going to pay 100 cathartic awards as well. And then also you could kind of see, this is the current Vanarch system right now. We're in the 4th reign right now. They've made some changes here recently that wasn't covered the last time I covered some of the guild stuff. And so one of the main things is you're going to notice these different stars right here. There are anywhere from 1 to basically 3 stars, and the 2, 3 stars here are silver and then green. So basically it goes from 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 2. Oh, I guess there's actually 2 here. So these guys, I guess, are in 3rd and 4th place, and then this is actually the 2nd place person here. What it is the actual Vanarch ranking here. So these guys are here are ranked number 2, and then they're ranked 4, and then they're ranked 3rd. So you can kind of see you get some activity points here. Now what's really interesting here is that your policy points actually garner particular types of activities. And then you also have NPCs that you activate, and I'm going to cover exactly how that you're going to get those guys to help activate stuff. And then of course your guild praise. So if you're a Vanarch, make sure you tell your guild praise you guys. So that way, because what happens is you actually get 5 points for every single praise that you get to the guild. Also, there's a GVG activity, which is more or less nobody really GVGs much, and if you somehow get those wins out, that's great. But honestly, I don't know how somebody's going to get to 240 GVG battles unless they just really dominate and have the activity in order to accomplish those. And then of course you can check out your edicts, and then of course any kind of information and the message from the Vanarch. Now the 3 green stars basically means this is the actual person that has the most activity. So as you can see here, they've got 560 activity compared to Nova Sparrows, who actually has 360 activity. So lots of different things. So I mean, really, it doesn't really do anything for you to be more active. It just kind of shows you who's doing what the most, and kind of gives you some ideas as far as like with what they're doing. Because the more policy points they have, the more BAMs are killing, the more things they're doing, the more praise they're getting. Of course, we're going to have that as well, and then of course the assignments of those. My guild, we actually won Ozargarth, and we're actually 2nd place, but I think we're really close. We're at 560. These guys are at 560. So we're basically tied for 1st place with these guys. I think the only reason that they are ahead of us is because their guild name is got an A, whereas ours has an N at the front. So not really too much of a difference there. If we can get that praise up a little bit more, we could probably jump in front of them. So now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go ahead and jump over to one of our main cities. So I'm going to go to Cutthroat Harbor, which is kind of like a level 30 area, maybe 30, 35, and kind of show you exactly what you could do as a Vanarch. And this is something I've actually been really looking forward to doing for quite some time, because when you're a Vanarch, when I first got this a week ago, there was really no idea exactly on how we managed this or how we did things. So what I'm going to do here is hopefully give you an idea a little bit better as far as how you guys manage your Vanarch system. So what you're going to want to do is when you come here, oh look, there's a blue box and he's dancing on top of it. Don't mind if I do. Thank you. So anyways, the aide right here, the aide here is actually who you're going to go and talk to. The thing to keep in mind is that every city that is on this map here, you got Castanica and Cutthroat Harbor, they're going to have basically an aide for you. Here, let me trade with him. Trade him in this box. Give it back to him here if he wants it. That's not a big deal to me. It's just a box. Okay, well, anyway, so the aides right here are actually the people that you talk to in order to basically get your policy points distributed. You can actually spend your policy points on Vanarch flags, which basically the symbol is you got your name on top of it, and then you've also got the policy here, which is actually where you spend policy points. Now one of the things is that what I would really to caution you guys on, do not select this change button here, because if you select the change button, all that does is it turns everything off. So if you hit the change button right here, it's actually going to turn off. So we've actually, today is actually the, I think, let me see here, Today is the 8th, so I've got everything open for 10 days right now as far as with the 18th. So basically, you've got the 18th all the way through here, and then if you hit that change, you're going to lose those 10 days, and you don't recoup those policy points. So make sure if you are a Vanarch, you're extra careful, and also these extensions will go 1 day. And I don't know yet if you can go beyond like what your Vanarch rule is. I think our end date is on the 30th of August, so I've not gone to the 30th to kind of see how that works out. We might have to extend maybe 1 more day, possibly, in order to make sure we cover everything. So this is how you'll go and you'll extend everything. This shows your points that you've actually got in possession. So you've got these 13,015 policy points, and you can also change your message here and save it right there. So I'm going to close this out. I'm actually going to talk to this guy again. And then you've got your taxation here. So basically you get to control the entire taxes on an individual basis on the actual goods sold, the crystals, the specialty store, your amenities are going to be your flight, your skills, and your teleportation taxes. And then this down here actually shows how much money you've actually made. And then when you withdraw it, it'll come down here and you'll be able to see how much you've grossed accumulated with tax earnings as a whole. And then of course you can save your tax rate or retrieve those earnings as you need be. One thing that you will need to do is you're going to need to come over here to this board here, the mission board. My board is probably not going to show anything on here because I've got everything picked up, but what I can show you is under the guild quest, you're actually going to see these particular quests that say Vanarch on them. There's 2 different types of Vanarch quests that you're going to want to look at. There's going to be the ones that the guild master can do, and then there's going to be ones that anybody in your entire guild can do. And basically the rule of thumb is your guild can actually do Vanarch quests that are world bosses. So for instance, if we were to kill the Achaean Scourge Mavia here, we would get 500 points. Now one of the really cool things about this is that those 500 points are actually distributed among everybody in your group. So if you have 5 people in your guild, they all have the quest, you'll have 500 points times 5, which will be 2,500 policy points. So if you can get around to where you actually kill all of these bosses with a 5-man group, if you probably do like 1, maybe almost 1.5 cycles, you'll probably be able to actually get all the policy points you need in order to do everything. So that's a really cool thing to make sure. Now remember, only your guild members and you can do the bosses, and if you are a Vanarch, only you can do the 100-point policy points. So this is like killing a certain number of guys, or there's actually some with the Caprima and also the Guardians of Boulder Temples. Only I can get those. Those are not distributed among your guild members as well. And also there are some, I'm trying to find, yeah, here we go. There's a Vulcan Waste Walker. It's a 5-man. It's like a bam. You kill 3 of those with a group, you get 100 points for killing 3. But that's only you. That's not even your entire guild there. So that's just kind of a quick overview as far as those guild quests. Now the other thing too to keep in mind is that you can actually, when you get done distributing all your policy points with the aid, is then you can actually go and save any of those quests that to spill over into the next reign. So as an example, if you have you know, 10 quests basically that are available to you that you've already completed. Let's say you've killed 10 world bosses, but you have not turned it back into the guild quest rewards here, like Eziel here behind me. You can hold on to those, and then if you get that second reign, you can turn all of those policy points in to the guild quest rewards person, and then you'll immediately receive all of those benefits from being ahead basically. So it's kind of hard to explain. I might do another video as far as later afterwards to show, you know, how you can do that, but right now this is just me trying to give you guys a gist of exactly what's handled with this. So I think me and Mike, we plan on running next time again for Ostrogoth as well. We had a really good competition with the Army of Valen. They won first, but they wanted the Pope of Leon for their race, so which was pretty cool. So anyways, if you guys have any questions, comments, or even if I missed anything as far as with this video, let me know. I'll be more than happy to answer those or make any kind of corrections on the YouTube channel. And thanks for watching, and until next time, happy hunting.